Hello students, in this video today you are going to learn the concept of goodwill. Hello, I am Professor S.R. Sakla, KTHM College Nashik, and the first part of this video contains the valuation of intangibles. So, what is intangible asset? As all you know, intangible assets are those which are represented by anything concrete. That means assets which cannot be seen and felt like other fixed assets, land and building, plant and machinery, furniture, etc. Those assets are called as intangible assets. Either they cannot be seen and touched, but certainly they have a value. So, intangible assets are the fixed assets of the business and they are having a value. So, the one of the intangible asset which is called as goodwill. Goodwill is nothing but the value of reputation or name and fame of a business. It is an intangible real asset and not a fictitious one. Goodwill is a asset of the business and this is the identifiable non-monetary asset. It doesn't have any physical substance. So it is also not a fictitious one. Fictitious assets are those which are expenses or losses of the business, but expenses or income of the business, but goodwill is not considered as an expense or income. So that is why it is not a fictitious. Goodwill is the most valuable asset if the business concern is profitable. If the business concern is valueless, or we can say loss making one, then the goodwill of that particular business concern is also doesn't have any value. Goodwill is the value of the representative of the firm. It is judged in respect of its earning capacity, and however some of the goodwill related activities that can be carried out by the business, they are related with the buying and selling kind of thing. Later we will discuss in this video why we calculate the goodwill, but first of all we have to understand what is the goodwill. So the goodwill is nothing but the earning capacity of the business. When a business is able to earn profit at a higher rate than that at which a similar business earns, the former is said to possess goodwill. Every businessman tries to establish his goodwill because it enables him to earn more profit, and that is why goodwill is a valuable asset. If the concern is profitable, the more goodwill will be produced. The features of goodwill, as discussed, goodwill is an intangible asset. It doesn't have any real form. It cannot be felt, it cannot be seen, but still it is having a value. It is the earning power of the business. As I said, if the business concern is profitable, then the more value of the goodwill is calculated, and that is why we are saying that it is the earning power of the business. In terms of goodwill, we express the earning power of the business. If the goodwill is higher, then the earning capacity of the business is higher. If the goodwill is lower, then the earning power of the that particular business is maybe a lower. Then third one, that is, it cannot have existence separate from the business and therefore cannot be realized separately. It is a part of the business and that is why cannot be realized separately. It is difficult to place a cost on goodwill as the value may fluctuate from one particular period to another or from the day-to-day basis according to the changes happen in the internal and external environment of the business. The goodwill amount is also getting changed. So these are the some important features of goodwill. Then why we calculate the goodwill, valuation of goodwill, why valuation of goodwill is necessary. So there are some reasons why we calculate the goodwill. The reasons we can you can see here on the basis of individual. In the case of individuals, goodwill is valued for purposes of estate duty, death duty, etc. on the death of a person. Many times some estate of a person should be handed over to the another person, or we can say it is an inherent tax. Estate duty is an inherent tax that should be paid by the particular person for giving his estate to another person. At that time also the valuation of goodwill is necessary. If the uh, death duty is another kind of thing related with the valuation of goodwill. In India, we don't have such type of estate duty or death duty kind of taxes, but some other countries where the death duty or estate duty is levied by the government, then at that time it is necessary to calculate the value of that person who is transferring his estate, and the value is in terms of the goodwill. So on the individual level also the goodwill is helpful to calculate the value of the person. Then the second, that is in the case of a sole trader, goodwill is valued at the time of selling the business to decide the purchase consideration. For a single or sole trader also goodwill is necessary to calculate because he have to decide the purchase consideration for selling his business to another business party or another person. Then the third, in the case of partnership also, when there is an admission, retirement, death or change in profit sharing ratio takes place, valuation of goodwill is necessary. The partners are admitted, retired from the business, or sometimes they may have to change their profit sharing ratio. So at the time also the valuation of goodwill is necessary. In the case of a company, when companies amalgamate, valuation of goodwill is necessary. In the case of company, when two or more companies are amalgamate, or one company absorbs another company, or one company wants to acquire controlling interest in another company, at that time also the valuation of goodwill is necessary. So why we calculate goodwill? Because these are the circumstances through which the business have to or the single person have to face such type of circumstances. At that time he have to calculate the goodwill for accounting adjustments or for selling his business to another person. Then factors affecting valuation of goodwill. There are some internal and external factors through which we can calculate or value the goodwill. So these are the factors which are having an effect on the calculation of valuation of goodwill. So there are some internal factors and external factors. internal factors like if the risk involved in the business is less, then the amount of goodwill will be more, and if the risk is high, then the amount of goodwill will be automatically reduced. Just like that, internal factors also considering if more profits are made in business, goodwill will increase. If more profits can be derived by investing comparatively less capital, then value of goodwill is automatically increases. The better the relations between employer and employees, this is also leads to more goodwill, or valuation of goodwill is will be more in this case. The profits of the past years also plays an important role in determination of goodwill. If a firm has established reputations, or they are having a patent or trademark type of, uh, they are getting the patents or trademarks of their products, then it will also leads to higher their goodwill. These are some internal factors which is related with the internal strength of the business. And also there are some external factors like from the customer point of view, if the customer are loyal and they feel good about the business, goodwill will be more. Again, if the position of the business in relation to its competitors, it is also an important factor. It also leads to the smaller or higher amount of goodwill. Popularity of the products in terms of quality and effective after sales service is given by the that particular business, then it also leads to higher the goodwill. So external factors are related with the customers, related with the position of the business in the market, also related with the industrial relations and competitive environment of the business, customers attitude towards the that particular business, the position of the business in the market. For example, favorable money market conditions also helps to increase the value of the goodwill. So value of the goodwill, if we consider the external factors, so these are the some factors which are having an effect on the valuation of the goodwill. Then there are some methods of valuation of goodwill through which we can calculate the goodwill. These are the methods: average profit method, super profit method, then annuity method, also called as annuity method of super profit, and capitalization method, also called as capitalization of profit method. With the help of these methods, we can calculate the goodwill. There are formulas given for each method. We have to use that formulas for valuing our goodwill. So for example, average profit method, first of all we have to calculate the average profit using formula. Then there is a formula for calculation of valuation of goodwill. After calculating average profit, we have to multiply that average profit with the number of year of purchases, and then we get a total proper amount of valuation of goodwill. So whenever there is a need, like we seen before, in case of individual or in case of sole trader or in case of companies, when there is a need, the valuation of goodwill can be calculated with the help of these methods. So in the next lecture we will discuss about these methods, also with the examples how to calculate the goodwill using one of all these methods. So thank you for this. If you are having any query, you can mail me on the following mail which is appear on the screen. Thank you.